All right. So we're just talking about my orders with your furniture company, which we're going to get to in a second. But I want to show you something. I want to share part of my screen so that you know about a resource that we offer to all of our clients, partners, and candidly, the whole world. It's called the Ultimate Website Creator, and it's a website builder and a hosting service, and it's one that doesn't require any skills at all. You don't need to know how to code something. You don't need to know how to build HTML. You don't really have to know how to do anything other than use your eyes. And I mean, you only need one finger. You only need one. You can probably do it with that. And this builder is a wonderful tool. I use it in my business a lot, and you can find some demos of that online. But Ethan, who is my son, he's on the call. He runs a manufacturing facility for us, and he just doubled his space, more than doubled. He went 150% his size in like a month. And
really,
yeah. And so he has a facility that, as you know, is fairly large. And you were we buy furniture from you. So Katie, tell the world your name and your company name. And honestly, I don't know your company name. I know we buy furniture from you, and I know you're wonderful, but I don't know the company name. So please tell us.
It's KTM Office Furniture.
KTM Office Furniture. Got it. And my website, this Ultimate Website Creator, is really important if you're going to build one. Ethan seems to think you need a website. I've never seen yours before. So give me your web address. What is it?
It's ktmoffice.com. The way I came up with the name is one of my competitors. His name of his company is RDS, Office Furniture. So it was his initials. So I decided I had to make KTM. Katie,
let me tell you what's
KTM.
Let me tell you what's wonderful about that story. You just plugged your competitor. But it's all good.
I what?
You plugged your competitor. It means, you have time and in the brains and eyeballs of people on the internet. And we're talking about you, and you're talking about him. Yeah. So anyway, we'll fix that. That's a whole nother discussion for another day. But that's why you name yourself this.
I could change the name of it.
Well, you know what? I don't dislike the name. So I don't know that there's anything.
But I'm open.
Well, and that's an incredible level of openness as a business owner, because a lot of people, they're pretty sold on their baby not being ugly, right? So let's go through your website here a little bit, and I'll ask you a few questions about your business. And the end goal here is for us to take what Ethan tells me isn't a phenomenal website. He said you're not incredibly happy with it. It may not be driving a lot of business for you, and we're going to change that. And
no, he agreed that it's not good.
Okay, so there we are. So let's get right into it. I have on the screen here ktmoffice.com. I don't mind the name. I actually like the name and the reason for the name, because number one, it's a competitor of yours, and a competitor is always going to drive a competitive nature in someone, right? So, every day you're reminded that you're chasing or running from somebody, right? And that's a fire under your butt. So keep the name. I think the second thing.
Yeah, I put his initials on my license plate.
I already forgot his name and his initials, but I hope it's like, BDR sucks. Uh,
Well, I only put his 2 initials, not his company name,
okay.
RDS. I only put DS.
Now I have to ask, were you married to the guy or something? Like, what?
No, I worked with him for a little bit and
Okay.
he does really well.
All right.
So whatever he does, I'm going to copy. When I started this, I thought he's got office furniture. That's a really good thing to have.
That's
And the
very shrewd
company
of you.
name.
That is very shrewd of you to take the most popular guy in the space, which is new and lightly used office furniture, and do what he does. Wait, why not? You know, you're smaller, you're more flexible, more nimble. You have a, a personality, you know. So can you go out and be successful in the same model? Probably. But let's take you to the next level here. I'm looking at your website, and
Okay.
first impression, and we'll get into some of your other business details here, but that this first impression I have is that there is a giant 3D rendering picture of an office.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that an office you made there? Is there an office somewhere that looks like that has furniture that you sold them?
Oh, you mean a picture on a website of a,
I'm not asking trick questions here. Okay, there's a picture on your website, and it's the first thing I see when I log in. It's a big picture, and
oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that was still up. That's from a previous website.
okay, so it's it could be from a previous website, but it's on your current website, and also I have shared my screen, so you should see you know what I'm looking at on your website on the screen. You see, so
Oh, I see a conference table.
yes, that's the one. um, so
Oh,
so
is this what you're, oh, okay. Okay, sure. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So now we're on the same page.
Got it.
You look at your screen, you're gonna see your website and see the part that I'm looking at, which is this. I got you.
Oh, okay, sure.
So on this main page, this is your home page. It has a big picture of a conference table in a modern rustic office, and in the background there's some, you know, some seating around. And by the way, anyone who
Mhm.
actually has an office that looks like this, you don't actually fucking work. You know, like this is just
Exactly.
a museum and a place to hang out with your buddies with probably some sort of
Right.
you know, weird beer or something. But I don't do that. I have, as you know, from selling me some office furniture, we have very productive spaces. We're a real office, and
Oh, yeah.
I've bought some office furniture from you. I think I made an order recently. Did I not?
Oh, yes.
And
Thank you. It was for the cubicles,
okay,
the hoteling stations downstairs.
the what stations? Hold on. Oh, that job. You got that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big spot.
Yeah.
That was not a small amount of
Yeah, that
furniture.
was nice.
Yeah, good for you.
No, I didn't get the chairs though. I didn't get the
Okay.
50 chairs,
Yeah, well, you know
but that's
what?
okay. I'll work on it.
I actually need like 6 chairs. We could, you see, you've already gotten business off of this video. I have a situation in my office. You should stop by tomorrow. I put a conference
Okay.
table in my office, and I need some chairs. Anyways, you see how this works? You know,
Yeah, I like it.
if you know the local person like Katie with KTM office, if you know that local person, and I've worked with a few over the years, to be fair, and there are a few around Indianapolis, but you know, it's a big market, and there are a few folks that deal in the lightly used side, and for a business our size, where we will open up a call center with, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
50 seats apparently, because there was 50 chairs, you know, a 50 seat call center we open at the drop of a hat. And we didn't get there on accident, and we're not going to spend money that we don't need to. And you offer great economical options for that work. So that's why why you're successful. But I look at this picture and I see an office that has nothing to do with any of your clients. I don't think that picture is of an office that you furnished. Am I wrong?
No, it's from the website on Cherryman Industries.
In other words,
Um,
it's a
person,
picture. Hold on. In other words, it's a picture from somebody else with
sure.
with two things: a marketing budget to hire somebody who doesn't know what they're doing to do ridiculous bull crap, and two, a target audience that includes not just you, but this manufacturer selling new furniture and high end. We're talking, $3,000 small desk, and they're aiming at a certain type of dealer here and a certain type of designer crowd. So maybe this picture appeals to somebody there. I'm not that guy. I have hundreds of employees, and that guy does not appeal to me.
It doesn't really appeal to me either.
It's on your website.
I let the website. What?
It's on your website. Okay.
I've barely looked at the website. It's so bad that I haven't had a lot of time.
You are interesting. Everything you say is interesting. And I have to stop you at almost everything you say, because you just said that you haven't really looked at your website. I mean, that's a lesson.
I really haven't, because it's not pleasurable.
It's not. Okay. Well, it is for me.
It reminds me of what I need to do.
All right. You crack me up. So let me go through a very quick review of this, because I owe you that. And we're also going to today come up with a strategy for building you a better website, getting more business off of it. And in the process, we're going to, show our friends, other business owners, hopefully, that are watching this, how to build a website. We'll actually demo it and show them how we built your website. And the two guys that are going to tag team building this have never built a website. One of them hasn't even graduated high school. The other one barely graduated high school. Okay. So if they can do it, anybody watching at home can do it. So let's look at this real quick, because the most important part of your website isn't what platform you build it on. It's not how fancy a car the guy that sold you the website drives. It's about the content and whether it sells. And that picture, we can both agree, is just kind of generic. It's bland. It shows something that isn't real. And you've created so much real stuff. You probably have a pretty large portfolio of pictures of clients that you've worked with, because I mean, you got pride of what you do. I can tell you set up something, you take a picture, don't you?
Pretty much.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I do.
So that's good to hear. There's a big spot in my heart for the entrepreneur. I am one. And I work with a lot of them. I work with thousands of them, and they're all great people, and they all are passionate about what they do. So that's coming out in everything you say, and everything you do, except for your website and your marketing. So we're going to change that up. Okay. So there's
right. My website.
Yeah. So there's 3 links at the top. We have home, we have new furniture, we have used and refurbished. We're going to click on those links. Don't worry. And then we have a contact button. Okay. I already have a problem with your website. We're going to fix this. And these guys are going to take notes on what a website should be. At the top right.
Okay.
You don't need a Facebook link. You don't need a little email button. You don't need a contact button at the top right of your website. None of those things. Let me tell you what you need.
Okay.
You need a text version of your phone number.
Oh, okay.
So just imagine being a potential client or in a current client or a past client that's just trying to find you. And the first thing they do is they ask Siri, or they go to Google, or they ask, Josh or Google. What's the Google lady? Alexa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's Amazon. I'm sure Google has some sort of lady too. I don't know. I don't allow any of that stuff in my house because I don't want the Chinese. That's right. The Chinese would have all of my information. So I don't have that. And I'll plug a product that I'm installing and programming in my house of wonders here. It's called Josh.io. It's basically an Alexa that has privacy. It's a very interesting little guy. So I can walk in and say, hey, Josh, turn on the lights, and they'll do that. But anyway, if I'm looking for you, if I'm looking for this website, there's a very high chance that I'm doing that because I've heard of you before, because I was referred to you, or because you were listed on another site.
Right.
Those are really the top reasons I'm going there. So I probably already know who you are. Maybe I need to see a few things, maybe I don't. But if I have a button that I can push, which a text version of your phone number on a mobile device means I'm dialing your number, that's what belongs up there.
I like that.
It's easy to use, right? Right at the top. When I go on the mobile version, which we'll get into another day, I want a big button right at the top. Call me now. So many businesses don't do that. And when you don't do it, you don't get credit for it. And people don't, they're not going to reach out to you.
I totally agree. I don't understand why they don't have their phone number on there. And I don't either.
A lot of businesses don't, and they have their reasons. I think their reasons are not legitimate in most cases. I think that their reasons are laziness and modern millennial lackadaisical business practice.
I think that's what it is. I agree with you, because he was a millennial that put this together.
Oh man, I'm surprised you didn't beat him up. You should have given him a wedgie and like a swirly after putting it together. This piece
I would like
crap.
to.
You know what we should do? We should, when we post this video, you need to get me that millennial's name, link to his Instagram or whatever. We'll post it along with it so that everybody can reach out to this millennial and tell him, dude, get motivated. Like, seriously, what the hell? Clearly he knows how to build a website. He just,
No, he really doesn't. He was going to school for it.
Oh, well, he should just watch these videos and stop spending his parents' money on school. So anyway, these links are okay, but we could do better with that. And there should be more information here. Here's your first to-do list. I want to see like 6 things that people are, if they're looking for furniture, 6 things that they're likely to click on. So, the used and refurbished inventory, essentially, link is what I'm hoping that goes towards. That might be a category, but maybe there's another category for, design ideas for our portfolio, testimonials from previous clients, hear from our previous clients, things like that. So I want like 6 different options, not 3, and one of them's home. By the way, the dumbest option on a menu is home, but whatever. So let's make that main page.
I never thought of that. You're right.
It's the stupidest idea. And I don't know why so many people are so dumb that they do it. They just follow each other. Exactly. They follow each other like marketing dumb lemmings. So this fold, by the way, it's proportioned okay, but let's just blow it up and redo it. This contact button, you have the same button here as you do right here. I mean, they're like, in screen space, typical screen space. Weird. Yeah, you should visit your website once in a while. So then after that, we get into some content. Okay. So, you know, I like this is a kind of a standard WordPress thing, that it can, like, you know, appear as you go down. I don't know if I need that show. It's cool, but I don't know that it did anything for me. Let's read this though. Wide selection to fit your needs. Bring a bold look to your office. Okay, it's okay headline. We might be able to do better.
Well, it's actually grammatically incorrect. It's not even the proper sentence.
Okay, I'm looking
I
for
don't
the
think it
grammar
makes
problem.
sense. You like
Wide
that?
selection to fit your needs. Well, I mean, if it's a slogan, if it's a motto, you know, it's okay enough. It can be just kind of a make a point statement. It doesn't have to be, you know, acceptable to your fifth grade English teacher. You know, I think it's okay to be less than perfectly grammatically correct. That part didn't bother me. I go, all right. Then I got to read this at KTM Office Furniture. And I don't think anyone's ever read this paragraph on your website, by the way. We offer a large array of new furniture from a large variety of manufacturers to meet your office needs. Man, I mean, just boring. You know, we're going to have to come up with something that has some punch. We have to come up with something that gets somebody to call you. Like they with your website, because you sell office furniture. I think it's assumed that you have some office furniture to sell. And all I read in that paragraph was, hey, we have office furniture to sell at this office furniture place. Like, congratulations, sunshine. That's not particularly innovative. Let's see if we can't, like, come up with a reason why you're not just, you know, have three letters like another dude in town. But why somebody should call you, because I mean, we've had a good experience with you. Ethan, you can't see on the screen, but Ethan just set up some furniture, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're going to her, and you wait a second. He said he's going to your facility tomorrow. You have a facility too.
Oh yeah, I have a showroom, a warehouse.
Wow.
My
Okay.
showroom's not as nice as my competitors, but I do have a warehouse.
Would you stop plugging your competitor, telling everyone why they're so great? That's you're too nice. You know, tell them that, man, let's make up for it. Okay. Your competitor, you know, I'm sure he's a nice guy. I wouldn't leave your kids alone with him, if you know what I'm saying.
Actually, a lot of clients don't like him.
Oh, and a lot of clients don't like him. See, that's why, because he's a psychopath. Maybe we don't know that he's not a psychopath. It could be a fact. There, I made up for all the plugs.
Well, that's why I need to get my website so that I can they won't want to do business with them after they meet me.
We need a website so good that it makes people want to meet you. And it just, trust me, I think they're going to watch this YouTube video and they're going to say, I want to meet her anyway. Wait
a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on YouTube with this.
I mean, you know, probably. Here, we'll discuss that later. Don't worry. Okay, sure. All right. So going on. New office furniture. Okay, learn more. I assume that's just going to take me to the new furniture page, and it does. And this is just the most boring picture of a desk I've ever seen. Wow, like there's. And it doesn't even look great. Like, you guys have so many things that are, you know, particle board from Russia, you know, kind of stuff, because there's a market for that. But there's also some higher end stuff that you guys do that is, you know, it's denser, it's heavier, it's higher quality, you know, and when somebody puts it together, it doesn't fall apart. That looks like, you know, the thing that the floor model that never sold in the back of Staples. You know, like, this is not your level of office furniture here. Now
Actually, that
Uh,
is actually not bad. And it's better than most Staples furniture by far. And
well,
it's
okay, so
actually very popular, even though it's made in China like everything else. But I
okay.
do have other grades that
Hold,
are better
hold on,
quality.
hold on. Everything you just said there about this being a great piece, it could
Uh-huh.
be true, but I don't see any way in hell that somebody coming to your website is going to find that answer or be encouraged to seek that answer. You
I
know,
have to tell you, this is one of the most popular on Marketplace.
uh-huh.
They love this and they call me for that picture.
Well, and that's great, but it sucks, and
I have your point.
we're gonna fix it because look. Anyway, I'm sorry. I get that you're getting calls, and we as business owners tend to look at the business that we get and say, "Look, we won, we won, we won." But we don't
Yeah.
know about all the business that we didn't win, that didn't even call us in the first place, or how big we could be if we improve something. And I'm not exempt from those improvements. I improve every day. Every day, my day is basically whack-a-mole of things I must suck at. Okay, because I'm just solving problems all day long and improving things along the way. And that's always my goal. I feel like we can do better here and get more business. So,
Oh, absolutely.
and here's the other thing. The other thing about hearing something good about your website or promotional product or whatever, um, is that people generally don't tell their waitress how bad their food was. Sometimes they do, but usually, somebody stops by, hey, how is everything? And you go, oh, it's fine. Get out of here. I want to continue my conversation. But yeah, the steak sucks, and people don't say that. So, who knows what they really mean. I think it's common sense and logical to look at this and think it's boring. And so I go to the next one, the used and refurbished. Wow, this is a great picture of
You like it?
of a boring situation. So here,
Yeah,
and,
it's kind of
and
a little lackluster.
yeah, well, but it's the same situation as the last picture. It's just a different desk. Here's and this, gosh, I don't know if this is that. Which brand is this one?
Oh, that's steel case. It's used.
Yes. Okay. So
It's
I
a
I thought it might
workstation.
be because the steel case stuff is even more expensive than the Herman Miller stuff, right?
Uh, Herman Miller is actually a little bit more expensive, but it depends on what series you get. But as far as systems and workstations go,
Hmm.
um, they're all about the same.
Okay, well, I've had, gosh, in my career now, probably 300 Herman Miller stations, and
Oh,
maybe
nice.
well, some of them we bought from you, and maybe 50 steel case. And for whatever reason, maybe it was just that we bought new. Maybe it was the designer that we were working with, and
Yeah,
trying to
that
create an
has a lot to
office
do with it.
environment. Yeah, so the steel case ended up being, perceptively to me, it's a lot more expensive. And so I'm looking at this, looking for I was trying to figure out if the desktop was one of the Herman Miller typical desktops that I've been familiar with, and it didn't look like it.
No.
So anyway, and the way the cabinet and the file cabinet is connecting underneath, it felt like something different. So anyway, my point is that this looks like a really great product, though. That is such a
Oh, yeah.
functional workstation. Like, wow. Your employees would be proud to work there, and my employees are proud to work in workstations like that you've sold us over the years.
Yeah.
Why the hell, would it have taken maybe an hour to put some stuff on that desk and make it look like somebody works there?
And no chair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, the no chair, I kind of get, like, you can't get as much of a view with the chair there, but, yeah, a chair would be fine. Maybe a computer. And
Yeah,
you could
that might
even,
be a start.
yeah, and you can buy a computer that doesn't even work. It just has to, you can buy the cheapest computers there are, and you can put them on these desks along with, like, I don't know, one of those cups you put pencils in, some other office stuff. Oh,
Right.
and one big thing, pictures, like a decent size, 5x8 picture of family or couple, significant other, that sort of thing. You want it to make it look like the home that
That's
people
true.
go to away from their home. What I've
Yeah.
found as an employer over the last 22 years is that the best thing that we can do for any of our employees that are going through a tough time, not to be a Debbie Downer here or get too serious, but if there's problems at home, you do not, you don't let them go home. If they ask for time off, and I'm serious. I've been doing this for a long time, on a personal level.
Smart idea.
People will say, you need off because this has happened and that's happened. And that we do the exact opposite. We sit them down and say, hey, you mind coming in anyway? Like, just see how you feel about it. And most of them will give it a try. And unless there was something really, really just, not knock them down in their life going on, they thanked us because they got to get away from what was going on.
Maybe
at
you
home.
should have some, like, a couple offices that are really like guest rooms.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We have one that's like guest room, except for it's where you pump milk out of yeah, because we have a lot of new moms around the office. Something got in the water there. But anyway, if this look, my point is that people want their office environment to be awesome, and as a boss, I want to see my people taking advantage of their workspace, making it their home, and being a part of
Right.
the family. And you can make that in the form of a picture here. You can stage a desk. You need to stage these desks like it is a real estate listing.
Okay.
You see? And
Yeah,
I
I
want
think you're right.
your work. I want these workstations that you've put together, this used inventory that you've taken from giant call centers and refurbished and found all the right pieces that go together and made sure that they're perfect for me, even if I'm buying a little used. And
Okay.
and you've put them together and then you've made them work. I want to see that. And I want a giant high resolution picture of that going from one end of the screen to the other, and then some buttons and features and things that you can do, some interaction with the site on those sections, so
Like what kind of interaction site?
well, so the button might, there might be a button to see current inventory in the used there. There might be a button to see our portfolio of used. There might be another button to contact the sales rep about a lightly used, more economical option. There might be another button for sample layouts. Another button for frequently asked questions, or what I would prefer rather than FAQs, because it's just overused, is something more specific, like space planning considerations.
Oh,
So,
yeah, it's space.
well, like a button that says, how many square feet per cubicle is, should you be allotting for? And
Oh, okay.
there are numbers, and these are standard numbers. If you've dealt with enough office planning designers that you've learned them all. If you're dealing with 8-foot by 8-foot or 6-foot by 6-foot cubes, there's only so many of those that you can have per 1,000 square feet.
Right.
Okay, so that can tell you, you can get an idea of, if I call KTM office and I have 1,000 square feet available, I could expect to get, let's call it 16 decent sized cubicles in there, right? Something like that, maybe even 20.
Yeah.
And still have space to move around and a little break area and, whatever. But I wouldn't know that. Like people are renting office space and they don't know when they rent office space what they can actually do with it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So if your
Yeah.
website has some cool little guides, and it can be a guide from Katie, and it has a cool picture of you, and a little guide, and then maybe a little video with you talking about, clients you've worked with that had the lower end of space, the higher end of space, the middle end, and what their considerations look like, how their experiences were different. That's the kind of stuff people need. They need to know that if they're a mid-sized business, which I believe we qualify in there, maybe we're a large-sized business now, I don't know. At hundreds of employees, I hope I'm considered large. I worked really hard to get that. But by the time I get there, I'm to the point where I'm buying furniture from you. I had never met you. I've never actually seen the space where those 50 cubes are. So I should visit one.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm aware. No, it's a new call center team, and we're filling it pretty fast. Luckily, it was last couple of years was a little tough on the employment front, but that's
Oh,
turning
yeah.
around, and we're getting people to work. But anyway, I should be able to get that information, or my people should be able to get that information without spending a lot of time researching and Googling. You're the resource. You save me time, you save my people time, you make sure that our considerations when we're leasing space are correct. That's a useful website. That's not just a couple of pictures. And now at the bottom, you have your email address, and that's great. That's fine. It should also be a button for the email, which will make it automatically go for people that don't have that set up on their computer. I see you have your address there. Fancy. And it is fancy, actually. Now that I see your address, like you're in a good spot. You're right there near Park 100 if you're not in it, right? Somewhere, or maybe you're south of Park 100. Yeah. So I have a ton of friends that own businesses that are in Park 100 that are constantly redoing what their office warehouse space looks like, right? So you're in a great market for that. Is there anything here that ties you to Park 100 for someone who doesn't know their addresses so well as I do? No. There should be something with a picture of your office and Park 100 identified on a map, like hit these hot spots and show how many minutes drive it is to your showroom from here. Park 100, 2-minute drive. Like it's not going to be it's not going to take you any time. Right off 465 from Parkwood, it's 14 and a half minutes. It's not
okay.
And there is what I should know this number because we paid for a lot of square footage to be built at Parkwood as a Carmel residence, and it paid off wonderfully. But it's also a great crowd for you potentially. I think there's probably a couple million square feet, if not 4 million square feet of office. There's something crazy. So, what are you doing to connect with those people? How do they go there and go, oh, there's a mention of me, sort of, and I can just click this button to set an appointment. And don't say by appointment only. Oh my God, this says by appointment only. Here's what that says. Are you ready? It says one of two things to people. It either says, one, you don't have the staff to be open. And if they call you and email you and maybe get you, then you'll get up and change out of your jammies and come into the office. and open it
Oh
up.
no, I respond to them right away if they call.
I'm
I just
sure you
wanna make
do.
sure I want them, huh?
I'm sure you do. I get that you're treating them well. I get that. I know
Oh,
because I've
yeah.
experienced it as your client, but your website says by appointment only. So what it says to people is that you're closed for business, that you don't have the staff to keep the doors open, or
Oh,
that's what it says to me as a customer, or it says this, okay? I'm going to offend some people. I don't care because I'm driving home a point, especially if they have a business that says no solicitors, don't come in by appointment only. They have all these "we're closed" signs. All you're doing is saying, "We're closed, get out of here." You
okay.
see, like, we're by
Yeah.
appointment only. It might as well say, you might as well have a sign on your front door that says, trespassers will be shot.
That is kind of like that, isn't it?
It is.
Like,
And people that, their perceptions are what they are. And people write the stuff and they do the stuff. They don't look at their website, or they don't think about how it looks to customers. So let's go to these other pages real quick, because we're giving these gentlemen a great guide on what they need to build.
okay.
Right? So we got an email button at the bottom. We got a phone number at the top. We got a menu with some actual stuff. We have a big picture of a very well, dressed up workstation, new workstation, used. In fact, it shouldn't be just two. It should be like this series, that series. That's, hit your most common stuff and make it big and right there on the homepage. They can go and make everyone like a category where they feel like, oh, I'm entering this category. This new and used, or used and refurbished and new furniture. No, that's not good enough. And like, why say used and refurbished? Like, why say that? Because
there's a reason.
Yeah, so that people know that they're getting a good deal, and they're not paying full price for a new furniture, right?
But actually, refurbished is, you can refurbish a chair like a Herman Miller Aeron.
Yes.
You might put a new pneumatic or new arms on it or whatever, and it's basically almost a new chair, even though it's used, because it's been refurbished. Or like workstations, if you put new paint, new fabric, new everything, you still save money versus buying new.
Okay, so let me ask you, out of all of your product, how much of it actually goes out the door just straight up used, was not quality checked, refurbished in any way? How much of it just goes out the door like, hey, some dude dropped off a desk back there, you want it?
Well, all the used product that I sell looks almost new, or it's in very good condition.
All right,
So if I had a better website, I'd get more of the refurbished business, because those are larger clients.
Because here's the thing, we're going to use the word refurbished in content, but we're going to make the category, we're going to rename a category. Okay,
that's fine.
You're ready. So yeah, we're no longer in the business of selling used or refurbished furniture.
Okay,
that's what that other guy does. That's not what you do.
Yeah, I really don't want to be like anybody else. I just want to sell office furniture better than anybody else.
Okay, so we're going to change the name. We're going to change the game. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to change it from refurbished furniture to new to you. So there's new furniture and there's new to you furniture.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Save money with our new to you line.
Okay. Yeah, I can start a trend, and you started it.
There you go. It wouldn't be the first. All right, yeah. Moving on. New. So I clicked on your used and refurbished. It's going to be new to you. And look, we have some furniture here, and all of it is once again pretty boring, because there's nothing on there. There's no personality. Like, here's what has to happen. You have to have pictures of this stuff that involves setting it up, you know, staging it. And
Yeah.
I don't care if the next delivery you do, if you have to go and go by the office store and pick up a whole setup for a desk, maybe two setups, so you get kind of one that is more black, one that's more silver, right? Because those are your two predominant.
What am I picking up?
Well, you're picking up. You're going to fill one tote with a full desk of stuff, and another tote with a full desk of stuff. One will be a black set of stuff. One will be a silver set of stuff. Because those are the two predominant colors of office accessories.
Oh, yeah.
And that way, when you set up a desk and you're about to take a picture, you then have your setup guys, or you, whoever, take that box, set up the desk real quick as if there's someone actually working at it, and then you take the picture.
Yeah.
Complete with a little 5x8 picture of the kids, you know, like the whole thing. And then picture.
So I'll get some props.
Yes, that's right.
That's what
it's props. Okay, so you know, these pictures are okay, but they're so damn boring.
Oh, they're horrible.
Well, yeah, and like here, and look at this guy. This guy has like a, you know, one of those cool concrete floors or whatever. And in person, I'm sure it's amazing. It's nice. But in pictures, it looks. Oh yeah, but in pictures, industrial looks like shit. And that just looks horrible. Like, look, it looks like, man, that it looks like an auto mechanic is about to sit on that.
I gotta let my dog out. Sorry.
It's okay. I don't want your dog to pee on the floor just because you're getting some good marketing tips. All right. So in order to build a website, we got to have good content. So you need to start pulling together some pictures that will give us that content. And for now, we might have to leave some of this boring stuff because we don't have the content that's all, you know, propped. But we will. And so, you know, now let's go to this new side. See, like, you know, this one was almost there. It looks like you might have even done this for real. So good stuff. Oh, look at this. Here's the one picture on your whole website that doesn't look horrible.
Which one?
This one that is like, there's a tree. Like, it's in the bottom left. It's on your screen right now.
Oh yeah.
It's a cactus.
Yeah, that's
okay. It's not. I'm not. I don't do a lot of plants. What?
That one is not bad. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's really good. Did you do that? Is that an office you put together?
No, that's that one website. It's Cherry Man.
Okay.
They have a really bad website.
Well, clearly, because their pictures don't even match. But back to this. Why don't we have pictures of your work? We have boring ass pictures of their work. And some of it could be repurposed. Like right here, you have this this picture with the long meeting table and there's a Macintosh computer on it. That could be spread from one side of a website to another with some content around it. That's a potential. But otherwise, you know, a lot of these are just, you know, they're not usable, at least how they are. If we're going to use them, we have to do staggered effects. We have to put one in, build a story around it, put another one in, build a story around it, and not make it this grid of boring. So the grid of boring has to be gone, no matter what.
Right.
So now let's and you know, like I'm looking at this and I know enough about office furniture to be dangerous, enough to know that, you know, if this is from your catalog, it's not like I can click on it and buy it. So, you know, the grid without that is horrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to beat you up so bad, but you don't have an e-commerce
No,
solution, do you?
I totally agree. I
So
don't even have a problem with it.
then we're gonna
I-
fix it all. So I don't know. I would love to do this. I have two boys here, and
Okay.
I'm going to mute myself for any questions they have. You've taken notes. You know how to build a website, and we're gonna take this website and we're gonna rebuild you a website on this website, the Ultimate Website Creator. It's ultimatewebsitecreator.com. Ethan, you've heard everything we've talked about tonight. You speak up so this mic can pick you up. That'll just be easier. Questions, concerns, thoughts? He has a lot of thoughts right now. He's just trying to think. All right. Well, what?
I was basically kind of just like taking in what you were kind of, pointing out about the website.
Okay, you have to speak loud enough for this and be simple. So tonight is about discovering what the business is about. We know what it's about. We were already customers. We're proud customers, and now we're going to take it and we're going to turn it into something that actually it looks good. It pops. We need a website that looks so good that she could basically print it out on a piece of paper and it would be an awesome ad. That's a good website. E-commerce wise, I have a question for you. E-commerce wise, is that a reality for your business or not really?
Well, I'm open to whatever, since you're very successful and you know what you're doing. I'm open to whatever you think. I think I should have an e-commerce for part of it.
Okay, so at risk of promoting your competition, I'm gonna look up a different city altogether. I'm gonna go to Seattle. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to look for refurbished. No, actually, I'm just gonna go new. Seattle, new office furniture.
Furniture dealership.
Dealership is not something that customers search for. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
very,
Yeah, you're right.
I put it in there, but you gave me a word.
Totally right. Don't even put it in there.
Okay. Well, I was going to see who comes up, but dealership is in the industry word. So
exactly.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
All right. So, and this is what you're competing with. Like, I actually see pictures that were on your website in the images of for sale stuff already. So that sucks because then it just comes off of, this, there's an Aeron chair by Herman Miller. Of course, you sell the Aeron chair by Herman Miller. So they can get it from you or they can get it from this .com.
It's by Madison Seating and they're not a good company.
Okay, well, yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Look, you could buy from them, but they really suck. Okay, I mean, why did? Hold on, I want to actually talk about this for a second. Why do they suck? Because I'm looking for a reason why you're amazing. If I didn't know you.
The only reason why I say that is because I've had one of my clients ordered from them and they got something that they didn't order. They weren't happy with it. And there was some things wrong with the arms and a few things, and they had problems returning it. That's
okay.
all.
So I mean,
wrong.
So basically they sell shitty product and then they don't answer their phones when you try to return it. That's great. I mean, I think it's worth giving it a shot. Okay.
Okay.
No. I get it. I get it. And, I have sympathy for companies like that because literally I started my morning with a text from a client who said, hey, I got this shipment from you and it's really wonderful. It's just for somebody else. So what do we do about this? And, it happens. So I have sympathy for it. And I'm sure that there's going to be a story somewhere from somebody about one of my hundreds of people, right? So yeah. So let's go to somewhere else though. Let's go to Arnold's office furniture because they sell cubicles.
Okay.
Okay. And like, okay, so here's a lesson for the boys looking at building you a website. You know, you can go and look at other websites and see what they did. I don't think Arnold's website is, God, do all the websites in furniture just suck balls?
That's what I was
I
thinking.
mean, they're
Seriously,
horrible.
most-
What?
Seriously, most of them are really bad.
We could take over the furniture.
Okay, all right.
That's
Okay,
a horrible website.
you know what? I gotta say though, here's something they've done well. Okay, and I know that you are fair about your pricing. I know that there is probably, I could probably get somebody a little bit cheaper. Not much. I mean, you know, the margins in these things, particularly on the refurb side, are not huge. So it's not like the difference between the bottom and the top of the market is big, right? So
Well, it is. It's over 70%.
well, it's
If
a
you buy
70
new, you can save about 70% by going used.
totally. That wasn't what I was saying. What I was saying is that comparing apples to apples, used versus used, that two dealers are not going to have vastly different prices. Is that a fair statement?
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
okay.
right. Yeah.
Because it just makes sense. We know what the margins are going to be like, and you know,
Right.
it's not like they're enormous. So there's only so much that somebody can discount, right?
Exactly.
And you know, you just hope to get big orders from companies like mine, and those are the good days.
Yeah.
And you want more good
Yes,
days.
they are.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
looking at what this guy did, I kind of like this. I like that he has pricing on his website because it gives me an idea. It's not that it has to be, you know, perfect. It's not that you actually need an almost impossible to keep up on e-commerce platform. I think ultimately you would find that an e-commerce platform for office furniture is going to be clunky and not really work. And, you know, once you have customers trying to order their own furniture, what a freaking nightmare, right? Like, I don't want to do it. I know how to do a 1/4 inch scale drawing of my office floor plans. I think I would be a nightmare ordering my own furniture. So nobody can do that. But I think an approach like this, and they're going to need some input from you in order to create, you know, a page or two that are samples of this, where a business owner like me can just get an idea. I got one page that tells me how many cubicles I can get in 1,000 square feet. I got another page that tells me how much it costs. I can just add it up. I can plan a little. And then I can go to the website again and press the get my free quote now. But I want to change the get my free quote now, because I think the get my free quote is weak. I think it's it's get my free layout. It makes sense? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think
Yeah,
about
I don't like the way they phrased it, but
well, no, I don't mind the way that they phrased it. I'm just saying that it's overplayed. And to say, I'm not going to charge you for telling you how much I will charge you. Like that is, you like, people don't know how much work goes into a quote from you. And
exactly.
And so the industry people and this guy, you know, whoever the Sunline guy, Arnold in Seattle, whoever he is, he has this idea, as do many furniture dealers, in my experience, that that you think that everybody understands how difficult it is to even pull together a quote and figure out all the components that you need. And therefore, in Arnold's mind, getting a free quote is a valuable thing. That
is true.
To all of your customers, all of your clients, they see that and they think, wow, for free, you're going to tell me how much you're going to charge me? That's wonderful. So let's get rid of that. Let's make a simple pricing page. That'll be one of your 6 links. They'll need some input from you on that. Let's just try it. Let's do a single template for a single cubicle of, your most popular
Okay.
standard. We're not going to do a whole big project here. We're just going to make it look great. And we're going to start with that. And then we're going to check back in with each other and have more fun, because this is a lot of fun.
Okay.
Okay. So there's your website review for anybody at home watching, and for anybody in the Indianapolis area. Just telling you, I bought a lot of cubicles from this lady, and she's funny. Before you go, we were talking about something right before we started, and we started to have this conversation, and I remember the Bengals were involved. But I forgot what the conversation was about. Do you remember?
The Bengals, how you thought what's her name was really hot.
Well, that came later. No, there was something that inspired the conversation. Oh yeah, because you were looking for your mascara, okay, and your hair was everywhere, and you had to go and get ready for the video, and then you said it was a day, right? Like you had like all these different appointments, and it was a crazy day, and
yeah, I had to be like three places at once.
Yes, and I said it was a manic Monday.
Yes, it was. Yes.
And that reminded me of the Bengals, which of course was led by Susanna Lee Hoffs. And
that's what, yeah.
Yes, who had a solo career outside of that, which is, just useless information. But she married Jay Roach, who is a director, and he directed the Austin Powers films. And
yeah,
she has a song called the Look of Love, and if you search that on YouTube, The Look of Love, and when you listen to it, if it sounds familiar, it's because it's from the hot tub scene with a lot of vagina. Yeah.
When was the last time you watched that movie?
Oh, probably Tuesday. I don't know, like last Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's a classic. So next time we're going to come back with a second, first time review of your new website. We're going to give you a whole new look. We're going to make you better marketed than anybody out there in at least the local office furniture space. And then we're going to make improvements one more time. We're going to show you how to do it. And then we're going to show you how you can modify your site. We're going to instruct you how to do it. And you don't have to know how to build a website.
Okay, that'll be good.
And then we're going to send you off into the world to sell some furniture. Go ahead. I'll let you finish it up. And don't forget to watch that hot tub scene with a lot of vagina to hear that Susanna Hoff song. Yes. It's so good. Okay. It's super romantic.
Okay. That's okay. Well, I just wanted to let you know also what I do is some moves, and we do space planning, design, sell new, used. It used to be called refurbished, but we've changed that name.
We did. It's new to you. It's our new to you line.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's wait. So you do office moves and you do space planning.
Yeah, and decommissions too. So if a company has a warehouse and they need it to be emptied, or if they have a floor of furniture that they need to have everything out, we do that also. So I thought you might want to know that.
Well, no, I don't want to know. I know it. I want your customers to know about it. So I'm going to let you offline convey all of this to Ethan, and let's give him a chance to come up with a marketing message behind it. And again, him and a high school student are going to build your website just to show everybody how easy it is. What else you got?
I'm sure they're smart.
Ish.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
I appreciate it.
Well, until next time, and we'll be back, and we'll be back like in a day with your new website.
Okay.
But you need to get some pictures and stuff to Ethan. He'll send you a request, and look forward to part 2, everybody. See ya.
Okay, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely, because I'm going to buy some furniture from KTM Office Furniture. See ya.